Yeah, yeah. So there was some issues in your voice, but I'm repeating your question. So what you are asking is that is in a closing process group that there is a confusion related to the sequence of closing, and you also observe that many test takers don't do good in closing process groups. So we end up creating a webinar, and we spoke about how the project close and phase should look like. And I do acknowledge that mock exams confuse the test taker a lot. Some mock exam give you a different sequence, another mock exam gives you a different sequence,
Correct.
and PMBOK remains silent about it, so you remain confused. So
Yes.
actually, what my view about closing is, uh, you definitely need to close the external contract first, since till the time external contracts are not closed. So if I am closing my project and I have three vendors whom I was working during this project, I need to close those vendor contracts maybe well ahead in time, so that I can move for my project closer. So
Correct.
that is something I do. And the second thing which as a test taker we should keep in mind, as we close the project, we don't have to release the team. Now uh, when we don't release the team, it does not mean that we keep 100% of the team, but we don't end up into a no one working for us since the project is about to close. So the idea intent is release the team should be done only once the lesson learned and every administrative closing has been done, then finally we will release people. So don't think of that why I'm keeping people. You are not keeping all the people, but you are keeping the team. So don't go into an extreme that we release the team. You don't release the team. Third thing
Okay.
is that why people don't perform well in closing. Most of us don't do closing well. Most of us as a project manager, we never do closing well. We finish more or less one project, some part of the project still keep lying, and somehow during the end of the project we move to the second project and we start working on the second project, and the first project gradually automatically get closed, and we never realize that it is closed now. So some payments were still missing, some team member was still stuck, and something was done and something was not done. So we usually as a project manager has an attitude of undermine the closing, and that's why many of us don't perform well in the closing process group when the exam try to trick you. So,
Okay.
simple thing you can remember about closing is that always do closing even if project is prematurely terminated. Since the closing
Okay.
does not mean closing of the work, closing means giving an end state, a stable end state to a project. So, if I have to
Okay.
resume it, I know what was the state when I left it.
Okay.
So that's the intent we need to focus when we get into closing process group.
Okay. Another area is